lovely humans. My name is Amber, and it's my honor and privilege to share with you today a heart-opening yoga practice. So our attention will be here at the heart center, home to Anahata chakra. So Anahata translated means unstuck or unhurt, with the idea being to transcend from any lower vibrational energies, tuning into vibrations such as love, compassion, and forgiveness, helping us to feel a sense of freedom. So let's begin just by finding a comfortable seat. Either easy pose, cross-legged with one foot behind or underneath each thigh, or taking half lotus. If you have a block or a cushion, you can place this underneath the seat bones, helping to make the hips higher than the knees. So beginning our practice today just by settling into the physical body. And when you're ready, gently closing down the eyes, helping you to tune into your breath. And just gently following the natural rhythm of your own breath. In yoga we say that the breath is the vehicle for energy. So as we follow our own breath, just letting the external world softly fade away. And bringing our awareness more deeply within. And dedicating our practice to being completely present with ourselves. Gifting ourselves time and attention in yoga. When you're ready, taking a deep inhale through the tip of the nose, and then completely exhaling through the lips. Taking another deep breath in to energize the body. And exhale, releasing any toxins. One more deep breath in. Helping you to arrive into your practice. And then an exhale to let go of both the past and the future. Releasing deep breathing, relaxing the breath. And then drawing the palms together at the heart space. And I invite you to bring to mind something that you're grateful for. Whether this is a person or an activity, something that you enjoy. Maybe you're grateful for this moment. Once you have this in mind, letting this sense of gratitude fill your heart space. And then expanding it a little further, filling your being. A little further out to your aura. And then the room or other people that you know. Taking a sense of gratitude as far as you like. And then gently letting go of this awareness. And then rubbing the palms together. Placing your open palms over the eyes. And then lowering the hands to the lap, opening the eyes. And on an inhale, allowing your breath to lead your movement, raising the shoulders up to the ears. On the exhale, drawing them back and down. Inhaling forward and up. Exhaling back and down. One more rotation in this direction. And then gently coming to stillness, reversing the action, rolling the shoulders back and up. On the exhale, taking them forward and down. And then gently coming to stillness. On an inhale, raising the right arm up, taking the left hand wide. Then gently leaning to the left, bending the bottom elbow, turning the gaze up to the top elbow, lifting the heart space. One deep breath. On an inhale, raising the left, swapping the hands over. Exhaling, bending the bottom elbow, turning the gaze up. One deep breath. Inhaling to raise, and then taking both arms wide, bringing the left arm behind the back, bending the elbow, raising the right arm high, and then bending the top elbow, reaching the fingertips for one another. The back of the left hand should be placed against the spine. Spine is nice and long. One more deep breath. Then on an inhale, extending the arms, swapping them over, bending the right arm behind, interlacing the fingertips if you can. One more deep breath. And then inhaling, extending the arms wide, drawing the hands to prayer. And then gently rolling over the ankles to come to a wide leg child's pose. So uncrossing the legs, bringing the big toes together, knees are wide, removing any prop if you have. And then extending the arms, bowing the head, drawing the forehead towards the mat. Taking one grounding breath here. And then on an inhale, raising the torso, coming up onto all fours, knees stay wide, placing the palms underneath the shoulders, and then gently tilting the hips a little left and right, preparing to twist the spine. And then grounding through the left palm. On an inhale, raising the right arm, spreading the fingertips, opening the heart space, looking up at the sky. And then on your exhale, threading the right arm through underneath the left, resting the shoulder and the side of the head on the mat. On an inhale, taking the left arm behind the back, reaching the back of the palm towards the lower back or the opposite thigh, raising the top shoulder. Then on an inhale, returning the palm underneath the shoulder, pressing through the left, raising the right. Exhaling to plant the palm. Grounding through the right, on an inhale, raising the left. And then exhaling to thread the arm through. Inhaling, taking the right arm behind. Lifting the top shoulder, looking up at the sky, opening the heart. Gently returning the right palm underneath the shoulder, pressing through the right, raising the left. And then exhaling to plant the palm. Shifting the knees underneath the hip bones, coming to a tabletop position. Tops of feet are flat, spine is nice and long. Again, allowing your breath to lead the movement on an inhale, raising the head, raising the tail, opening the heart space. And then exhaling to tuck the chin, tuck the tail, navel to the spine, pressing through the palms, lifting the heart to the sky. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to close. Continuing in this way. Letting this asana help you to connect the mind with body and breath. Timing your movement in your breath. And on your next inhale, coming to a flat back tabletop position. And on an exhale, drawing the hips towards the heels, coming into child's pose. Softening the elbows, bowing the head. If you wish, wrapping the arms beside the body. And just feeling the heart space softening. Sense of safety and nurturing. Feeling the support of the earth underneath. And then when you're ready, extending the arms out long. Inhaling to raise up to tabletop. And then tucking the toes, pressing through the palms, lifting the hips and coming into our first downward facing dog. So here, taking any movement that feels natural, maybe bending one knee at a time, maybe swaying the hips, maybe swaying the head. Finding some freedom in your practice, listening to your body and doing what feels good, what feels right. And then gently coming to stillness, checking that the fingertips are spread. Lifting the shoulders high and away from the ears, making sure that the seat bones are reaching high, the hips are nice and high. And then gently lowering the heels down towards the mat or the floor. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, raising the right leg high to three-legged dog, heel comes high, toes point down. And then exhaling, drawing the weight forward, bending the knee towards the chest, making some space, and then placing the foot in between the hands. Checking that the knee is on top of the ankle, and then drawing the back knee down, untucking the toe. On an inhale, raising the arms, coming to crescent moon. Sinking the hips forward, lifting the shoulders. Gentle back bend, looking up at the palms and just making sure that there's length in the spine here before bending backwards. When you're ready, drawing the palms together in front of the heart, framing the foot with the hands, tucking the back toe and then sitting back onto the heel, walking the hands towards the body, flexing the front foot, lifting the heart. And then exhaling to surrender. Inhaling, bending the front knee, planting the foot, planting the palms, lifting the back leg, and then stepping back to downward facing dog. One resting breath. On an inhale, raising the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhaling, knee towards the chest, lifting the heart, creating some space, placing the foot in between the hands, back knee comes down, untuck the toe, crescent moon on an inhale. sinking the hips, lifting the shoulders, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, raising the heart. One deep breath. Hands to prayer. Framing the foot. Tucking the back toe to sit back onto the heel, walking the palms towards the body, lifting the heart, length through the spine. Exhaling to fold. On an inhale, bending the front knee, walking the hands forward, planting the palms, lifting the back leg. Exhaling, stepping back to downward dog. One resting breath. On an inhale, raising the right. Exhaling, knee to chest. High lunge this time, keeping the back leg raised. Stepping in between the hands, and then we're going to lower the back heel down, just checking that the heels are in line with each other. And on an inhale, circling the arms high to shoulder height, coming into Warrior Two. Gaze is along the middle finger of the front arm. And on an inhale, turning the front palm face up, raising the hand, back hand towards the back thigh, or if you wish, opposite thigh. Inhaling to Warrior Two, arms to the horizon. Inhaling to straighten the front leg. And then reaching forward and then down to Trikonasana or triangle pose. Gaze is either up or down, whichever is most comfortable for the neck. And then lowering the top arm down, framing the foot with both hands, lifting the back heel, keeping the legs straight, leading with the heart. On an exhale, folding. This is pyramid pose. And then bending the front knee, planting the palms, stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhaling to raise the left, three-legged dog. Exhaling, knee to chest. High lunge on this side. Back heel comes down. When you're ready, on an inhale, Warrior Two, arms to the horizon. Front palm face up, reverse warrior. On an inhale, Warrior Two, arms to the horizon. Inhaling to straighten the front leg. Exhaling, triangle pose. And then lowering the top arm down. Framing the front foot with both hands, lifting the back heel, pyramid pose. Folding the heart. And then bending the front knee, planting the palms, stepping back to downward facing dog. We'll take the sequence one more time, just adding in a bandha, which is an energy lock. On an inhale, raising the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhaling, knee to chest, high lunge. Back heel down, Warrior Two on an inhale. Sinking on the exhale. Reverse warrior. Inhaling to Warrior Two. Straightening the front leg. Exhaling, Trikonasana. Making sure that the palm is on the inside of the calf. And then we're going to bend the front knee, reaching behind the back with the top arm, lifting the top shoulder, heart space is lifted. If here is enough of a challenge, remain here consciously breathing. Or if you wish to take the bandha, reaching through with the bottom hand, interlacing the fingers. Gently releasing the bottom hand, raising the top arm high, framing the foot, lifting the back heel, straightening the front leg. Exhaling to fold. Bending the front knee, planting the palms, stepping back to downward dog. One resting breath. On an inhale, raising the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhaling, knee to chest, high lunge. Back heel comes down, sitting up for warrior two. On an inhale, raising the torso, arms to shoulder height. Inhaling, reverse warrior. Inhaling, warrior two. Straightening the front leg, reaching forward and then down. Bending the front knee, reaching behind the back with the top arm, lifting the top shoulder. If you wish to take the bandha, reaching through, interlacing the fingers. One deep breath. Releasing the bottom palm, raising the top arm high, framing the foot, lifting the back heel, straightening the front leg, length through the spine. Exhaling to fold. One breath. Bending the front knee, planting the palms. This time we're going to step forward, coming into a forward fold, big toes touching, hinging at the hips, bowing the head, tucking the chin, crown reaching down. If you wish to take hands to opposite elbows, allowing the spine to hang low. Noticing how the breath lengthens the spine on the inhale. And then pressing through the heels on the exhale, folding a little further forward. Gently releasing the palms, gliding the hands up the shins, raising the torso, halfway lift, shoulders away from the ears, navel to spine, heart space open. And then soft bend through the knees, raising the arms, all the way up, raised arms pose, gentle back bend. And then exhaling, bringing the hands to prayer. Closing down the eyes, placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Feeling the heart beating. Feeling alive. Feeling grateful for this moment. For your physical body. All of the amazing things that it does for you every day without you noticing. Breathing, healing, creating. And then gently lowering the palms, opening the eyes, coming to Tadasana, preparing for our balancing posture. So maybe picking up the toes, spreading them down, planting the feet, soft bend through the knees, and then pressing through the heels to stand straight. Fixing your gaze at a steady point, and then bending the right knee, bringing the heel towards the buttock, taking the ankle with the right hand. And when you're ready, reaching forward with the left. Consciously breathing. Inhaling to come back through the center. Exhaling to release the foot. Hands come to prayer. Releasing the arms. Tadasana. Grounding your energy. Coming to a place of stillness. Fixing your gaze at a steady point. And then bending the left knee and the left ankle. If here is enough of a challenge, feel free to remain here consciously breathing. But if you're ready and when you wish, reaching forward with the right, sending the bent leg back. Inhaling to come back through the center. Exhaling to release. Hands to prayer. Releasing the palms, coming back through Tadasana. And then gently making our way down, firstly by raising the arms up, raise arms pose. Exhaling to fold all the way forward. Soft bend through the knees, and then stepping, hopping or jumping back to plank position. Heels reaching back, crown reaching forward. Inhaling to bring the weight forward, heels come forward. And then exhaling, bending the elbows, lowering the body all the way down. Sweeping through to baby cobra or up dog by straightening the arms. And then tucking the toes, coming back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, raising the right leg high, three-legged dog. And then exhaling, bending the knee, bringing the knee all the way to the wrist. Planting the shin, bringing the back knee down, walking the straight leg back. So here, if you can, making the shin parallel to the front of the mat. Flexing the foot. If it's more comfortable, feel free to bring the heel towards the pelvis. There should be some buoyancy in the pelvis, with the spine nice and long, heart space lifted. And then when you're ready, bending the back knee, pointing the toe. If you wish, reaching behind with the left arm, drawing the foot in towards the body. Listening to your body, finding your comfortable maximum. If you wish, raising the right arm. If you wish, bending the elbow. Gently releasing the arm, releasing the foot, and then folding all the way forward. Bowing the head, drawing the forehead towards the mat. And then just allowing the muscles in the body to soften. Allowing the mind to soften. Releasing any grip or tension in the body and in the mind. One more releasing breath. And then gently gliding the palms underneath the shoulders. Raising the torso. Tucking the toe. And then stepping back to downward facing. Preparing for the left side on an inhale, raising the left. Exhaling, knee to wrist. Planting the shin, back knee comes down, walking the straight leg back. When you're ready, bending the back knee, pointing the toe, and then reaching behind. Foot in towards the body. If you wish, raising the left arm. One deep breath. And then gently releasing the palm, releasing the foot, and then folding all the way forward. Softening through the heart. Releasing breaths. And then when you're ready, gliding the palms underneath the shoulders. raising the torso, and then swinging the back leg around, coming into base position, legs straight out in front, grounding through the seat bones, flexing both feet. On an inhale, raising the arms, and then exhaling to fold forward, reaching for the shins, the ankles, or the big toes, length through the spine, and on an exhale, folding forward. Closing down the eyes, keeping your practice just for you. And then on an inhale, raising the arms, raising the torso, exhaling, hands to prayer. And then bending the right knee, placing the heel towards the buttock, bending the left, so stacking the knees on top of one another, heels are close to the buttocks. Taking the left arm wide, and then bending the elbow, taking the hand behind the back, raising the right. Both elbows bent, reaching fingertips for one another. Closing down the eyes. Consciously breathing. One more deep breath. Gently releasing. Extending the legs long. And then bending the left leg. Heel towards the buttock. Bending the right. Stacking the knees on top of the hips. Right arm comes wide, and then bending the elbow, hand behind the back of the palm to the spine, raising the left, bending the elbow, fingertips reaching for one another, back of the head pressing against the forearm, heart space is lifted. Closing down the eyes. One more deep breath. Releasing the fingers. Inhaling, extending the arms. Exhaling to lower. And then finding a comfortable seat for our pranayama practice. So prana meaning energy or life force, and ayama means technique or control. So it's really about expanding our prana or our energy. If you need to take a prop, lifting the hips. And today we're going to practice Viloma breath. So in Viloma breath, it's a staggered breath with a gentle pause. We'll take 3 parts to the breath with a breath retention at the top of the inhale, and then gently exhaling through the nose. So starting together with a resting breath, inhaling, completely exhaling through the nose. Beginning together, inhaling 1/3 of the breath. Gentle pause, inhaling 2/3. Gentle pause, inhaling full breath. Breath retention at the top of the breath, focusing at the heart center, feeling an expansion, a lightness in your being. Holding for as long as you can, but without any strain. And when you need to, exhale through the nose. 2 more times in this way. Inhaling 1/3. Inhale, 2/3. Inhale, full breath. Breath retention at the top of the breath. Shoulders are soft, mind space is soft. Focusing at the heart center. When you need to exhale gently through the nose. One more time in your own rhythm. Gently exhaling through the nose. Relaxing the breath, letting it return to a natural rhythm. And just noticing any effects of the practice. And then when you're ready, coming into a meditative position. Feel free to stay seated or make your way into Shavasana or reclined butterfly. If you have a prop, you can place this underneath the heart. Today I will take reclined butterfly, placing the block just behind the heart space. Allowing the heart space to come open. Relaxing the arms down by the sides. Palms face up, open to give and to receive. Eyes gently closed. Tuning into the rhythm of your own breath. And then gently letting go of breath awareness. And in the same way, gently letting go of any thoughts if they arise in your mind. If they come, just greeting them without any judgment, without any attachment, and then practicing letting go. Knowing that when the mind and body are still, we can listen more closely to an inner wisdom and inner knowing residing inside our heart space, guiding us through, directing us to our highest path. And then slowly, when you're ready, bringing your awareness back to your breath. Feeling your breath breathing your body. Drawing some small movements to the fingertips and the toes. Making the inhale a little larger, filling the heart space. And exhaling more fully. And then when you're ready, maybe drawing the knees in or towards the chest. Gently swaying the hips. And then extending the right arm long. Rolling onto the side of the body. Taking a moment here just to collect yourself, collect your thoughts, collect your energy. And then keeping the eyes closed or downcast, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Drawing the palms together in front of the heart. And then rubbing the palms together. Placing the palms over the eyes, transferring the energy in, waking yourself up. And a couple more rounds of palming as you need. And then gently lowering the hands back to prayer, opening the eyes. Lifting the heart space, and then bowing your head to show yourself some gratitude for your practice today. Thank you for sharing your practice with me.